Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have McFarlane's Fortnite Cuddle Team Leader, and I've been wanting this figure for a while since I saw it because it's just weird and goofy. I could care less about this game, but the figures do draw me in because they're just goofy stuff you'd see, in my opinion, back when I was a kid in the early 90s and 80s and stuff like that. Just weird little characters. And I picked this one specifically up recently because T-Man978 actually posted in some of the groups letting people know that it was on Amazon. I do believe it was Amazon for like $8, maybe 8 and some change. So I couldn't pass it up. So it comes in this nice pink style packaging, showing off the figure and its accessories. It does show the little cartoon image of Cuddle Team Leader right there, looking all cute and creepy at the same time. There's nothing on this side besides a big window in the same image and Fortnite, so nothing crazy. It does say Epic Games up there, and then on the back he shows everybody from the actual wave. Don't have any of these other ones. I do have the Firefly looking one of him, but that's by Jazz Wares, I do believe, and you get the mystery ones that have probably been they were already announced. And then you can get yourself a 39 plus inches dinosaur unicorn thingy. This is, I guess, how to mine your materials so you can build while you're playing Fortnite. But either way, let's get Cuddle Team out of the box. This figure out of the box is actually pretty freaking cool. I don't know why I waited so long to get a hold of this figure, but it is very, very good and very promising. Now, one thing you may see is like, Arthur, why don't you have like the background insert in the box? Well, you really couldn't, because McFarlane made a stupid choice of putting the stand like attached to the back piece. Like if you wanted to keep that or use it, you really can't. Like, look at that. That's a poor design, McFarlane. I mean, I can't really say McFarlane Toys, because I don't even know if McFarlane just sort of looks at stuff and he's just like, yeah, checks a little box or whatnot. Here we got the stand that it came with, and it's pretty cool that we get a stand. It says Fortnite on it, and it's actually a pretty nice size stand. She also comes with a little bow, sculpted pretty nice, painted nice, with the little pink insert. This just plugs in her back. This is basically her backpack, and it looks like a bow, as it should. Here we have her pickaxe, which is looks like a unicorn that's made out of paper mache. It's like rainbow unicorn craziness, but this is how she gathers her materials during the battle. And the thing is awesome. It's actually heavy. It has like little wheels at the bottom. This is painted, which concerns me because when you're dealing with like painted, maybe it's not painted. I think it is though, because I think it's blue plastic. But when you're dealing with the painted pole part that she has to grip onto, I would be afraid of the paint actually chipping or scratching and stuff like that. But this thing is pretty cool, and it's very, very top heavy. That's like a solid piece of plastic up there. There's no hollow plastic, nothing cheap right there with the nice golden horn. Then she does come with the scar, which looks great. Has a lot of sculpted detail. It's not overly goofy like the other Fortnite figures. It's actually pretty authentic and looks pretty nice. I think you could use this with other figures in this scale for sure. Very nice. Got the rail system on the top. So now we get close and personal with Cuddle Team Leader. This figure is gorgeous. Paint apps, the wash on this entire figure is very, very good. Like, look at the texture that's in the seam of the helmet or head. It looks like it's fabric being torn and the actual fur is being worn away on it. It's very, very cool stuff right there. The figure itself just has tons of detail, tons of paint. You get the nice little heart on her stomach. She even has like the little bandana around the wrist. She's got the spot for her backpack, and then you get the buttons. That's how she gets the helmet on, which is really wicked. All that paint just all right there. And all this is like the fur and everything. This is all sculpted in that pink. They just put a wash over it, and it made that sculpt pop throughout the body, and it does justice. She's got a little booty right there. She's got the belt going on. Lots of paint. We even get a little bit of detail on this. What does this say? Anything on here? I don't know if it does. It'll focus. Oh, it's hugs and kisses on her forearm. And her hands are painted Pretty good. I mean, this figure is not disappointing at all. Got the armor on there. Big old wrestling boots. So it is, you know, cartoony with proportions a little bit and stuff like that. These are like metallic pink boots. The strapping heads. There's tons of detail. And McFarlane Toys is known for details, just not the articulation. I like the two-tone eyes too. That looks really crazy. It just gives that like I'm freaking psychopath. But articulation though. So a lot of times we're like, all right, McFarlane has a couple swivels here and there. This one, I mean, you got a ball joint there and in the head, so you get tons of attitude and motion. Like, look left and right. Can't go full 360 around. It like stops right there, but you can look left and right. She can look down that far. She can look up, and then like all that crazy articulation right there. Her arms go up very far. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. This is a female character. Legends don't do that. Then we get the little ball wrist, so it can rotate, and it has the hinge and everything. So taken from some of those international figures and stuff like that. And she has slight butterfly joint in there. There we go, focused for me. So yeah, I get that butterfly joint a little bit in there. It's better than nothing. Very nice. We get the upper torso movement. We get a lower like torso, same idea. Get some nice movement out of that. And then we get the hips. And the hips, they don't really want to go through the splits as much. Because this is like a rubber piece that goes over the top. But this one moves further out. Yeah, I'm going to break this if I try to force it. I don't want to break it. But she can do that. No thigh swivel. The thigh swivel is actually up here. And then you get a double jointed knees, which work very well. No boot swivel or anything, but you do get the toe bend, ankle bend, and no pivot at the boot at all. Like, this thing is not wanting to pivot. I thought there would be. So plenty of articulation, plenty of sculpt work, plenty of paint. The figure is definitely worth retail value. Even when I spent $9, it's a steal. So anybody picked it up for retail, definitely, I can see why you weren't disappointed. It's a very solid figure. I wish it had some ankle bends. I couldn't really get sort of this pose without that. It needed the ankle pivots. But we get a stand, so you can really pose her up however you want. And then another thing I noticed with this figure is this plug is like the hole in her back is not as big as this plug, so you can sort of see the plastic going on right there. It's weird, but hey, you know, I sort of wedged it in there a little bit. It just doesn't go in all the way, but it still works. And her arms, her wrists really don't support the weight. You can see I'll just touch it and it tips down, but her arms can support the weight of this heavy piece of plastic, which is great. So definitely a must pick up on my list for this figure. I definitely love it. It's going to be awesome just to have on display. It doesn't even have to be with the Fortnite figures, which is great. But overall, the figure is very impressive. And if McFarlane keeps going with it, I see nothing but good things from McFarlane, which is, it's awesome. It's a good thing. Taking these sculpts that he does really, really well, or his team does a really good job at sculpting the figures, just giving them more articulation. That's all that was missing with the Spawn figures. And now we're actually possibly, hopefully going to get one that's as articulated as this. Can you imagine a Spawn figure with that much articulation? Oh man, that would be awesome. So that sums up my unboxing and review of McFarlane Toys Fortnite Cuddle Team Leader. So if you could, you know, hit that like button if you like what you saw. You know, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and make sure you hit that bell notification so when you know that I post up a new video. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. Website's down below. Promo code, free shipping. Order something from the website, get it shipped to your home for free. We also have the 2 community and pre-order Facebook groups. You have the community, interact with like-minded nerds, talk figures, trade figures. That's the Toyco community. Then you got the pre-order group. Definitely join the pre-order group. Jump in there, pre-order some figures, because his pre-order pricing takes a dump on the competition like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Megalopolis. They can't come close when it comes to pre-order pricing. Andrew and Toyco just nails it. It's awesome. I love saving money and being able to get collectibles and saving money that I can use towards other collectibles. As you can see, I mean, I'm constantly getting more and more figures. Oh man, I'm gonna run out of space. It's gonna suck. But but I'm not at that point yet. But either way, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.